was there a point? Was it gradual, or
Yeah,
from the beginning? From the beginning, were you like, nope, I'm going straight ahead?
so it was actually just about right in the beginning whenever the doctor came in and gave me a quick diagnosis on my injuries. I mean, there was still a lot up in the air, a lot of speculation, but he just kind of gave it to me straight. And my dad was right there. And after the doctor left the room, obviously there's a lot of emotions going through my head. I mean, I'm an
Sure.
18-year-old freshman in college that just was told that he's never going to walk again. So that was a tough pill to swallow. I was definitely at rock bottom, and my dad just kind of looked at me and said, "Look, I'm not going to feel sorry for you, and I don't want you to feel sorry for yourself. We'll just take this one day at a time and start to climb back up." So in that moment, I kind of realized I had a long road ahead, but make it through it.
Yeah, I mean, and just knowing that you had that support from the beginning, and no one was going to feel sorry for you. You kind of just there was only one way to look, right? It was forward, and
Exactly.
that's what you did. I mean, I've made that way easier. But I mean, like you said, 18 years old, no, you're never going to walk again. It'd be easy just to kind of fold up tent, but
Exactly.
you had that supporting cast and you made it. I've heard you on stage several times, and the way that you connect and the details. And again, I know we don't have all the time here, but talk to us about kind of your, which I think is an interesting thing. That's why I want our audience to listen to it. Talk to us about, you were, how much did you weigh going before the event, before you were shot? Then you got down to what? And then talk to us about that really quick.
Yeah, so whenever I got injured, I was weighing about 215. I've always been big into the gym. I love lifting weights. I feel like that's really good for the mind and the body.
Sure.
Just to get into the weight room and try to look and feel the best that you possibly could feel. So it's 215 when I got hurt. I think fast forward, 2.5, 3 weeks. Whenever I got to Craig, they weighed me at like 145. So I just lost so much weight. I lost all my strength. I couldn't even hardly lift a fork up to my mouth to eat. It was a lot of rough days, a lot of long days, but you just gotta keep on keeping on. And sooner rather than later, I started to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and ultimately got back to living the life that I want to live. I mean, I'm still doing everything that I have ever wanted to do. I mean, you never know what your life's going to look like. I think there's only one person that has a plan for what your life's going to look like, and it's certainly not you. So, it's just constantly seizing the opportunity when the opportunities present themselves and just making the best out of the situation that you're dealt ultimately.
Yeah, and you've certainly done that, which again is another amazing aspect to your whole journey. Uh, every time I've heard you talk, I just look in the mirror and say I have nothing to bitch, moan, and complain
Yeah,
about. Like my life.
the craziest part is I can say the same, for
Yeah,
myself. Whenever I got to Craig, if anyone could have pulled the poor me card, I could have pulled it countless times. But then I get to Craig and I see quads where their hands and legs don't work, and then I see the people with brain injuries, and it's not hard to look around and see someone that has it worse than you do.
yeah, yeah.
And that's one of
That's
the
a solid point, Tegan. That it's all about perspective, right? Like it's all
yeah,
about
exactly.
perspective and where you're at. And I appreciate you saying that. Kind of puts me back into reality. But let's get back to you. You live an everyday normal life.